Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my friend. Today's topic is on transit Jupiter with your natal Ketu. How can it activate the parampara or the lineage yoga and can give you a life-changing experience? Okay, let us do the mantras quickly. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Vyam Ved Vyasaya Namah Om Guruve Namah. Fantastic. Recently, I happened to visit Puri and got the darshan of Sri Jagannath Swami. And that was the moment I thought that my next topic will be Jupiter and Ketu. Because Jupiter and Ketu activates your parampara or the lineage yoga. And you start to see the impact in your life, not only in your horoscope. So the place where I stayed in Puri, it was the Bay of Bengal was a walking distance. It was a private, it was a resort, and then I could walk down to the seashore in the morning, the evening, at nights. And being there, merely being there, you can see the horizon across the sea. And what is sea? Sea is all about Jala Tattva. You can get closer to the water. And Jala Tattva brings emotion in your life, right? And when you look at the horizon, you pay attention to the sky. That brings your attention to the Ketu. Ketu is upward direction. And then closer to the sea, you'll find fruit-bearing trees. Because it was a resort, I could find so much of such trees. That is Jupiter. So Jupiter plus Ketu also gets activated there. While Jala Tattva brings emotion, that Jupiter and Ketu energy brings devotion. And it is such a nice feel. And why that visit? Because as most of you are aware that I'm going to start Jyotish fundamental course. I'll talk about the course towards the end of the video. But before the course, I wanted to get the blessings from Sri Jagannath Swami. So that whosoever be a part of this course, along with me who will be acting as the teacher for this course, everybody feels that true Jyotish is running from our veins. Everybody should get this kind of feeling through this course. And that is only possible if I have the blessings of Sri Jagannath Swami. And that was the precise reason I visited Puri. This course will be starting from 1st of November. It will be a 6-month course. Every week Saturday, there will be one class, evening IST, so that everybody from the US, from the Asia Pacific can join. And there will be dedicated Q&A sessions also. It is going to be interesting Jyotish Fundamentals course. And if you like to join, you can go to the description box of this video and submit the enrollment. If you enroll before 15th of October, you can get 20% discount in the fee as well. Okay. So what exactly is Parampara Yoga? I've been talking about Jupiter and Ketu. So Parampara Yoga or the lineage yoga simply means that your lifestyle can change completely. See, one of the things that could happen that you start to learn or you can start to teach. You can get connected with the lineage, the traditional lineage, the root language, the root learning. That will come to you. You will get associated with such institution. Or you will start to learn on your own such scriptures which are available through such institution. That lineage can be associated with any occult sciences like astrology, some sort of healing, or any sort of education. It can be in the field of art, it can be in the field of AI. You will go to the root level of learning. That is parampara or lineage yoga. You will get opportunities to meet such gurus, such teachers who can pull you towards this lineage and make you a part of it. You will travel. You will get opportunities to travel, and you will ensure that your travel includes such kind of learning opportunities or such kind of spiritual connotations. Your outlook will be introspective kind of outlook, like you'll be closer to the spiritual aspect of your life. You will like to be associated with such people. You will like to discuss on such topics. Spirituality will become a key element of your life. This all is through Parampara Yoga or the lineage yoga, specifically Jupiter and Ketu association. Now, is it important that they should be conjoined? Okay, the way I am going to put up this video is you need to look at your natal Ketu, like you look at your natal horoscope and see where Ketu is in your natal horoscope. Ketu can be one of the Rashis. I'm not talking about the houses. Houses are also important, but even merely by looking at the Rashi of Ketu or the sign of Ketu, will draw a lot of inferences. So by sign means Ketu can be either in Aries or Taurus or Gemini. There are 12 such signs from Aries to Pisces. Find out which sign Ketu is in your natal horoscope and note down the sign. Because I'm going to relate that Ketu or that sign with the transiting Jupiter. And I'll cover both. Jupiter is currently in Gemini. It will be moving to Cancer. So both the signs are important. I'll cover both. So basically the structure of my video will be, I'll say, if your natal Ketu is in Aries, then this is applicable for you. If your natal Ketu is in Taurus, likewise I'll cover till Pisces. So first you need to identify the sign where your natal Ketu is in your natal horoscope. Okay? If your Ketu is an Aries sign in your natal horoscope, okay, then when Jupiter is transiting in Gemini, Jupiter will be in the third house from your natal Ketu. It will be like in Maranasthana. Will there be a Rashi Drishti or Graha Drishti between Jupiter and Ketu? No. So there is no direct association between Jupiter and Ketu. So there is no direct parampara yoga getting established. Right. So far so good. But because Ketu is in 11th house from transit Jupiter, from Gemini, that itself will trigger some sort of start in your life wherein you are going to meet some spiritual master, you're going to meet some guru who has an association with the lineage or the parampara. That trigger will definitely come. But for that you have to put in the efforts, because Jupiter is in third from Ketu, which is in Maranasthana. So without effort, that start will not happen automatically. And when Jupiter will move to Cancer, that in October Jupiter is going to get into Cancer. So then Jupiter will be in fourth house from your natal Ketu, from Aries sign. One, Jupiter will be exalted. That is fantastic. On top of that, Ketu and Jupiter will be in mutual kendra to each other. So that will tell that the efforts which you have been putting when Jupiter was in Gemini will get fructified, because both Jupiter and Ketu will be in kendras. So you will get opportunities, because even then, from when Jupiter will go into Cancer, even then there is no Graha Drishti or Rashi Drishti between Jupiter and Ketu. So there is no direct parampara yoga getting activated automatically. But because they are in respective kendras to each other and you had already been putting efforts, your efforts will bring result for you. So you will get opportunities. You have to identify those opportunities and exercise your discretion. You will get chance to exercise your discretion. For what? To activate the parampara yoga. But that lineage yoga or the parampara yoga will give you what? Why do you want to activate that parampara yoga? I briefly mentioned that in the intro portion, but just to give you a glimpse, this parampara yoga can be a real life-changing situation for anybody's life. The way you look at teaching, the way you look at learning or teaching others, the way you try to do self-introspection or get closer to spirituality, the way you give importance to the guru in your life and really follow guru's footsteps, not only in spiritual aspects, it can also be in the material aspect. You learn something, you start to practice that learning, start to practice astrology, start to practice healing techniques. So it can be in any area of learning, you start to practice. The thing is, it will activate the traditional, the lineage touch, so that you get to the root of the knowledge. So for example, if you take part in any astrology course which has a linkage with such lineage, that itself will activate. You have to exercise the discretion. So situations will come, opportunities will be there, and you have to exercise the discretion to activate that yoga for yourself. All right? If your Ketu is in Taurus sign in your natal horoscope, then when transit Jupiter is in the sign Gemini, then it is in second house from your Ketu. Is there a relationship between Jupiter and Ketu? Any Graha Drishti or Rashi Drishti? There is no such direct relationship. So there is no direct parampara or the lineage yoga getting activated. Alright? But Ketu is in 12th house from transit Jupiter, which means Though it is not the time for you to connect with the lineage or the parampara or come in the vicinity of Guru per se, but you will do a lot of self-introspection. You will travel to find deeper meaning of life. You will do meditation. You will study some such scriptures which will bring you closer to such Guru later on. So it means till the time Jupiter will be transiting in Gemini, you will be putting in as a solo effort. The connection will not be that directly or explicitly available to you to be associated with the parampara. But what happens when Jupiter will move to Cancer? It is going to move to Cancer in October itself. So then Jupiter will be in the third house. You will say it is in Marana, MK Sthan. That's fine. But there is a Rashi Drishti, mutual Rashi Drishti between Ketu and Jupiter. Wow! A direct Parampara Yoga is getting activated. On top of that, Ketu will be in the 11th house from transiting Jupiter. This itself, along with the Parampara Yoga, will actually turn the tables for you. So, when Jupiter was in Gemini, you were putting efforts, you were trying to get closer to a Parampara, consciously or unconsciously or subconsciously. But now things will move really in front of you, like you are conscious about it. Because now some Guru will come to you, you will get in association with the Guru. The learning that will happen for you will be really deep-rooted learning, like connected with some lineage, traditional learning. We'll go to the core of that subject. And that subject can be anything, can be astrology, can be AI, can be any technical subject, anything. We're talking about the lineage, the tradition. So that change you will experience in your life, and that will be a true life-changing experience. Because you will not only get opportunities to learn, you will teach others. You can take this to the next level of helping others who want to learn something. And you can also put that into professional space and start to earn money also. Because this mutual Rashi Drishti is quite strong, and then Ketu is in 11th house. So your focus, your connect with the spiritual teachers, with such traditional gurus will be really strengthened. That's a wonderful time coming your way. All right? If your Ketu is in Gemini in your natal horoscope, then when Jupiter is transiting Gemini side, which is currently, and will also again be in Gemini, once Jupiter goes to Cancer, it will come back after 1.5 months or 50 days. So that time, Jupiter and Ketu will be conjoined in Gemini. Wow! No doubt, Ketu is debilitated. But remember, Jupiter gets directional strength. Because in this scenario, we are considering Ketu as the pivotal force, like Ascendant is the pivotal force. This is a special technique to make the analysis. So this is a very, very powerful combination, and you will experience a transformation in your life. You're bound to experience. You have been experiencing so far, because Jupiter has been transiting Gemini for a few months now. So what this will bring to? Lot of things. So when I talk about Parampara Yoga or Lineage Yoga, I spoke about it briefly in the intro portion. So you will travel different places. You will meet different spiritual masters, different gurus who are associated with the lineage or the Parampara. And you will get a lot of opportunities to learn from them. Different subjects. And specifically for you, not only you will learn, you will get to practice that learning for sure. For sure. Because from Ketu, Jupiter is your 7th Lord and 10th Lord in Lagna in Digbal, directional strength. We are taking Ketu in Gemini as the pivotal force in this analysis. You will do practice of astrology, of consultation, of any such teaching, any such subject in which you will get connected with people, but your focus will be really nice. You will try to help people. First, you will help yourself by being closer to spirituality, by being closer to tradition, by being closer to Guru's learning. Learn deep at deep level, and then you will impart those learnings. It's a beautiful time. And when Jupiter will move to Cancer, in October it is going to move to Cancer, then Jupiter will be in 2nd house from your natal Ketu. Right? So the practice which you have started, it will start giving you money and income. It's a nice combination, nice storyline. And Jupiter and Ketu will be in the 12th from Jupiter at that point in time. So the connection which you had established with the Guru, with the lineage, with the spiritual masters, will actually give you so much of strength. You start to either meditate, you start to internalize more, you start to spend time on your internal progress, spiritual enhancement, spiritual development, and that will in turn add colors to your learning. And you will impart more learning, you will earn more money. So it is a very, very nice time. It is a real transformation because for you, it is conjunct. Ketu is conjunct with transit Jupiter. This is a great time. You cannot let it go. If you get any opportunities to learn astrology, any subject, do not let the time go. Excellent time. Okay? And in this time, because Jupiter and Ketu will be conjunct, it will lead to change in your thoughts, the way you think, the way you look at the life. It will completely go in for change. You will come up with new initiatives, own initiatives, basis your learning. And also you will strive to break free. Both in material aspect, you will feel as if there is not much worth in the relationship. You will also strive to free from the bondage of this world. Like, I just want to internalize. So that kind of thought will also come to your head. It is a very auspicious time, especially because transiting Jupiter is in close proximity with your natal Ketu. That's a great time. If your Ketu is in Cancer sign in your natal horoscope. So if that is the case, then when Jupiter is currently transiting in the sign Gemini, so your natal Ketu is in second house from Jupiter. Is there any Graha Drishti or Rashi Drishti between Jupiter and Ketu? No. So there is no direct parampara or the lineage yoga getting formed. All right. And also at the same time, Jupiter is in 12th house from Ketu. So that also tells that spiritual inclination will be there, but it will not come easily. The travels will be there, but the travels will not have spiritual connotations, despite being Jupiter being in 12th from Ketu. Because there is no direct correlation between Jupiter and Ketu. You will feel the need to go in that direction, to go to some guru, to learn the deep-rooted knowledge, to learn such subjects, to teach something, to start with the practice of such deep-rooted subjects. But things will not come out easily because the relationship between Jupiter and Ketu is 212 axis. It will not let things happen. Rather, because Ketu is in second house from Jupiter, you will be prompted to spend effort, income, money to get this done. Now, but the things will change as Jupiter will move to Cancer. It is going to move to Cancer in October itself. You know that? Then transiting Jupiter will be over your natal Ketu and Jupiter will be exalted. That's a fantastic thing. Now that is called the life-changing time. And you cannot let this time go. You just cannot. You know why? This will bring lot of such situations in your life which will give you good amount of learning. I'm not talking about a normal newspaper learning. That is also a learning. I am talking about the traditional, the lineage, the learning from the parampara, from a guru or from some scriptures which is coming through that guru. That kind of learning. It can be in any subject, astrology, technology, any technical subjects, AI, any subject. But that deep-rooted knowledge will come to you. And you will also start imparting that knowledge. Remember, Jupiter is your 6th lord and 9th lord, because now we are considering Ketu's sign as the pivotal force, like ascendant. From there we are evaluating the lordship. Your 9th lord is in Lagna, is in Digbal, is exalted with Ketu. Can you see the things going to happen with you? You will travel to places and you will ensure that you are meeting some spiritual masters, spiritual people. You're learning. You will include the element of learning in your travel. You will take part in different courses like astrology courses or any other courses so that your learning can be enhanced. But the condition, such courses, such learnings must have some association with the lineage. That's what Jupiter and Ketu is going to do to your life. you are going to experience a life-changing situation. It's a wonderful time coming your way. Make the best possible use of it. If your Ketu is in Leo sign in your natal horoscope, so then when Jupiter, the transiting Jupiter is in Gemini, as currently it is, so then it will be in the 11th house from your natal Ketu. Is there a Rashi Drishti or Graha Drishti between these two planets, Ketu and Jupiter? Natal Ketu and transit Jupiter? No. So there is no direct parampara yoga or the lineage yoga getting formed for you. But my friend, if you see, when your natal Ketu is in Leo, currently, when the transit Ketu is also in Leo, it is like too much of fire. And in this scenario, in this analysis, we are considering Ketu as the pivotal point, like a special ascendant. So too much of fire, too much of heat in your brain, in your head. It is very important that there is a good relationship with such kind of double Ketu with Jupiter. If the relationship is not great, then this heat can go in different directions. You understand? So when transit Ketu is in Gemini, it is in 11th house from your natal Ketu. So there is no direct parampara yoga, but this will give you a good start, good opportunities to get in touch with some kind of guru. It will not give you that kind of learnings, like it will not be strengthened, your learning will not be strengthened. It is not that kind of time, but it will give you in touch with somebody. You will develop some sort of interest. You will think, yeah, this tradition, this lineage is good, this teacher is good, I should learn, should. That thought will come to your head. That you will feel you should learn. And because Ketu is in the 3rd from transit Jupiter, you will strive to put in efforts. You will feel like going in that direction. But whether you will go or not go, when transit Jupiter will move to Cancer, in October it is going to move to Cancer, then transit Jupiter, will there be any direct relationship between your natal Ketu and transit Jupiter? No, there is no Rashi Drishti or Graha Drishti. There is still no direct activation of parampara or lineage yoga. But because that time, transit Jupiter will be in the 12th from your natal Ketu, so the energy of Ketu, the fire of Ketu will get channelized through 12th house in the nice way, through spiritual direction. Ketu anyways is a spiritual planet. If given the right direction, it has the upward vertical direction. And Jupiter from the 12th house from Ketu will prompt you to get to the right direction. So then the start or the effort which you intended to put to learn will get manifested. You will be in the vicinity of a guru. You will start to learn. Your learning will get strengthened. You will start imparting that learning as teaching to others. If you travel because of 12th house impact, your travel will also have some sort of spiritual connotations, some sort of, not religious per se, but some sort of learning connotations. You will ensure that you get learning which is associated with the parampara or the lineage, be it astrology, be it technology, be it technical subject, AI, any such thing. It is a very good time. And because your transit Ketu is over your natal Ketu, with Jupiter being in the 12th from your natal Ketu and exalted, this can be a very life-changing time, provided you are in sync with this parampara yoga, as I explained in my intro portion. Best wishes. If your Ketu is in Virgo sign in your natal horoscope, so when Jupiter is transiting in Gemini, as currently it is, then transiting Jupiter will be in the 10th house from your natal Ketu. Is there a Graha Drishti or Rashi Drishti between Jupiter and Ketu? There is a mutual Rashi Drishti between Jupiter and Ketu. Fantastic! A very nice parampara or the lineage yoga is getting activated for you. And that too, when Jupiter is in 10th house from your natal Ketu and Ucha Bhilashi. And it is the 7th lord, because in this case we are considering Ketu's sign as the pivotal sign, like a special ascendant. So from Virgo sign where Ketu is there as your natal Ketu, Jupiter is your 4th lord and 7th lord in 10th house. Fantastic time to practice that learning. So for example, you learn astrology, You'll learn healing. You'll get some learning in a subject which has a connotation with a lineage, a parampara. It means whatever you're learning, you are learning at a deep rooted level, traditional level. So you will be strengthened in the learning, and then you will get to the extent of doing it or taking it at the professional level. Fantastic. You can be a practicing astrologer, you can be a practicing consultant, you can be a practicing healer, you can pick up any subject and start doing practice. It will be good because your learning will be strong. That's the magic of parampara yoga. And when Jupiter will move to Cancer in October shortly, then Jupiter will be in 11th house from your natal Ketu, house of income. So whatever learning or the practice you would have started, that will start giving you money. It is a wonderful transition for you. Excellent transition. And if you go to my intro portion to understand how the parampara yoga, what kind of things parampara yoga can bring to you, you will realize that it is not merely about learning. It is also about spirituality. You will get to understand yourself better. You will do self-internalization, self-introspection to find deeper meaning of life. In that junction also, because Jupiter is at a good placement from your natal Ketu, it will help you. So it is a good time for you. So make the best possible use. If your Ketu is in Libra sign in your natal horoscope, so when transiting Jupiter is in Gemini, as it currently is, then is there a relationship between transit Jupiter and your natal Ketu? Oh yes, transiting Jupiter from Gemini is aspecting your natal Ketu in Libra by 5th drishti. It's a wonderful aspect. So there is some sort of parampara or the lineage yoga getting formed, some sort of, because there is no Rashi drishti, only Graha drishti. But that some sort of parampara yoga, also because in this analysis we are considering Ketu as that special pivotal point, as a lagna, as an ascendant. So when Jupiter from 9th house is aspecting your natal Ketu, it means that special pivotal point, it is also getting those nice thoughts in your head. So therefore, in spite of Graha Drishti, you will get that kind of start. You will get in touch with some guru, some teacher who has a linkage with some parampara or lineage. You will develop that kind of interest that I should learn, I should tread this path. It is a good thing. I should have this traditional knowledge so that I can help others. Such kind of things will come to your head. You'll also feel that I should also give some time to spirituality. I should learn more about spiritual aspects of life. So such kind of thoughts will come to your head. Now the question is how the situation will change when the Jupiter will move to Cancer in October soon. But after 50 days, Jupiter will come back to Gemini again. So how the things will be for the 50 days when Jupiter will be in Cancer? At that time, Jupiter will be in your 10th house from your natal Ketu in Libra. It is mutual Kendra. But Ketu will be in the 4th house from your transiting Jupiter, which will not be a very good placement. Though in spite of a mutual Kendra, I don't consider it as a very good placement. So you will need to put in a lot of extra effort. Why? Because Jupiter for you from Libra sign where your natal Ketu is, Jupiter is your 3rd lord and 6th lord, which implies a lot of efforts, a lot of challenges. So I would say that if you really want to learn, it is a very good time. Rather, my recommendation is you need to start that engagement when Jupiter is in Gemini or when Jupiter will come back to Gemini again. So that if you get a start at least even when Jupiter goes to Cancer, because it will be exalted. If you get a start, Jupiter will still bless you and work in synchronization with Ketu to take your start to the next level so that you can learn the traditional knowledge, you can help others, or you can even go to the professional front as a practicing person in that subject of knowledge. All right, best wishes. If your Ketu is in Scorpio sign in your natal horoscope, so If that's the case, and currently transiting Jupiter is in Gemini, so is there a relationship between transiting Jupiter and your natal Ketu in Scorpio? No, there is no Graha Drishti, there is no Rashi Drishti. So there is no direct activation of parampara or the lineage yoga per se. On top of that, if you see, Jupiter is in 8th from your natal Ketu and Ketu is in 6th from transiting Jupiter. 6-8 axis. It is not a very auspicious kind of axis in certain matters, especially in learning, but in spirituality and transformation, it can help. Can it help? Can you get the start? Can you get in touch with any such teacher who is associated with the lineage or parampara in the area of 6-8, like occult sciences, astrology specifically, or healing? I'm not talking about other subjects here, but specifically to astrology, healing, such kind of subjects. Is there a possibility despite having no parampara yoga? There is. Do you know why? For two main reasons. First reason, Ketu is very strong in its own house in Scorpio. And Ketu in own house in Scorpio will definitely draw your inclination towards a deeper meaning of life. It could be some mystical things, some tantra also, some lal kitab, some deeper hidden secrets, things also in this area. But because Jupiter and Ketu are in 6-8 axis, that has to have some linkages with occult. And what will happen when Jupiter will move to Cancer? Will there be a direct relationship between Jupiter and Ketu then? Oh yes, Jupiter will have a Graha Drishti on Ketu from Cancer to Scorpio. That's fine, that's good. But Jupiter is exalted. That's great. But there will be Rashi Drishti also, mutual Rashi Drishti between transiting Jupiter and natal Ketu. That is something. That is something. Jupiter exalted. Ketu in own house. Jupiter is having Rashi Drishti, mutual Rashi Drishti with Ketu, and Jupiter is having Graha Drishti on Ketu. That is a great opportunity, my friend. And you cannot let this opportunity go. This is going to change your life for sure. In which area? It is going to activate parampara yoga to such an extent you will feel the differences. Not only in your own life, but other people around you will also feel the changes. You will get in touch with some teacher, some institution which has a linkage with parampara, some lineage, some association. You will learn deep-rooted at a traditional level, some sort of subject. And then you will start imparting that teaching to others. You can take it to the professional level also. You can take it to professional level also. And you will travel. Even if you travel, your endeavor will be that my travels should be associated or linked with some spiritual perspective, with some learning perspective. You will try to meet such people and get into such discussions. It will be a very transformating kind of time for you at a spiritual level, at a learning level, at internalization level. Your internalization, knowing yourself, self-perspective will completely change. It is a very welcoming time for you, my friend. Best wishes. If your Ketu is in Sagittarius sign in your natal horoscope. So when Jupiter is transiting in Gemini, as it currently is, transiting Jupiter will be in the 7th house from your natal Ketu. Is there a direct relationship between Ketu and Jupiter? Yes, there is a mutual Graha Drishti and a mutual Rashi Drishti also. So it's a very strong parampara yoga or lineage yoga. Excellent lineage yoga. So ideally, this should not only give you a very good start, but it should strengthen your association with the lineage, some lineage, some parampara. It should bring you in touch with some teacher, some guru who has a relationship with some lineage. You should start getting deeper level knowledge, traditional knowledge. It should get everything. But my friend, Jupiter is in Dikshunya position, 7th house. Because in this case, in this analysis, we are taking Ketu sign as the pivotal sign, like a special ascendant. And we can do this in various scenarios. So from there, Jupiter in 7th is like Dikshunya, without any directional strength. That will have its repercussions. So it will bring you in touch with people. You will learn a lot. But because 7th house is 10th from 10th, an alternate house of profession, you will not be that inclined or that successful in taking your learning to a professional level, a practicing level, at an income level. Do you understand? What will happen when Jupiter will move to Cancer? Will there be a relationship? No, there is no Graha Drishti, there is no Rashi Drishti. So the Parampara Yoga will go away. But Ketu, which is exalted in Sagittarius, and Jupiter, which is exalted in Cancer now, both are exalted. And both are in 6-8 axis to each other. And when Jupiter was in Gemini, it gave you plenty of opportunity to learn from a spiritual master, from a teacher, not spiritual master, from a traditional master, from a guru. And you would have built your learning base strongly. If not, wait for the time when transit Jupiter come back to Gemini again after 50 days. Spend enough time for you to learn so that when Jupiter will go to Cancer with 6-8 axis and with both Jupiter and Ketu being exalted, you then at that time, Jupiter will not be in zero directional strength. At that time, if you start to practice, it will be successful. But the condition for you, the practice cannot be in any subject, but it has to be in the area of occult, like astrology, healing, some sort of consultation to help others, psychological level, at a psychological level, right? That kind of practice. Connect with the society. If you do that, it will be in your favor. You will be successful because both Jupiter and Ketu will be exalted. So it is a good time for you to come, my friend. Good time to learn, good time to take that learning to the next level. Best wishes. If your Ketu is in Capricorn sign in your natal horoscope, so when transiting Jupiter is in Gemini, then it will be in the 6th house from your natal Ketu. Like currently, Jupiter is transiting in Gemini, and it is in 6th house from your natal Ketu. So is there a direct relationship between transiting Jupiter and your natal Ketu? No. There is no Graha Drishti. Jupiter is not having Graha Drishti on Capricorn from Gemini. And there is no Rashi Drishti also. So there is no direct activation of Parampara Yoga. So, and on top of that, Ketu is in 8th from Jupiter and Jupiter is in 6th from Ketu. The mutual axis, which is 6-8 axis, is also not very supportive from learning perspective, right? So how things will change when Jupiter will move to Cancer? When Jupiter will move to Cancer, Jupiter will aspect Ketu, 7th, Graha Drishti, 7th aspect. And that will initiate a parampara or lineage yoga. Initiate. Because there is no Rashi Drishti as such. While Jupiter was in Gemini, because of 6-8 axis between Jupiter and Ketu, you had to put in considerable amount of effort to activate this kind of yoga. But now when Jupiter will move to Cancer, efforts will not be required that much. It will be auto mode. You will get some guru, you will start to get some learning at a traditional level. Because I'm not talking about a newspaper or magazine learning, our day-to-day learning. When I'm talking about Jupiter and Ketu, as I mentioned in my intro portion, I'm talking about lineage or parampara yoga. So that parampara yoga, when it gets activated, the kind of learning you get, it is at a deep-rooted traditional level, which is continued from hundreds and thousands of years, from some lineage. And when you get such sort of knowledge, you can impart that learning to somebody else also at a professional level. And also Jupiter and Ketu will bring that spiritual aspect, spiritual progress in your personality, in your life. So with Jupiter moving to Cancer, things are much more promising. So my recommendation, when Jupiter is going to Cancer for the next 50 days, soon, you need to tap that energy. Make the best possible use of that time. Start to engage. You will get some situation that you will find a teacher, a guru who has a linkage with some lineage. It's a very good time to be associated with the teacher because that learning will be with you for a long time. And later, you will be able to use that learning as a professional level also when the planetary combination will be in your favor. When Jupiter will keep moving and in a better position with respect to your natal Ketu, then you can take it to your professional level also. And not only that, even now when Jupiter is in 7th house is the alternate house of profession in Cancer, but it is directional. At a directional strength level, it is 0. So I am not recommending you to take it to professional level now when Jupiter will go to Cancer, but wait for the right time. But recommendation, when Jupiter is going to go into Cancer, a very good time for you to start learning some scriptures from a guru at a traditional level, or think about a deeper meaning of life. It is a very good time. It will help you and support you financially in the times to come. All right, best wishes. If your Ketu is in Aquarius sign in your natal horoscope. So if that's the case, and when transiting Jupiter is in Gemini sign, as currently is, so then transiting Jupiter will be in the 5th house from your natal Ketu. Is there a direct relationship between transiting Jupiter and your natal Ketu? Well, transiting Jupiter is having Graha Drishti in your natal Ketu, 9th aspect, which is great, which is activating the parampara yoga. That's great. So it also means, because Jupiter is in 5th from your natal Ketu, and in this analysis we are considering Ketu sign as the pivotal sign, as a special ascendant. So transiting Jupiter is aspecting your ascendant, giving the blessings or the protection or the nice thoughts to tap the energy of Ketu, the fire of Ketu. It is a very good time. So this parampara yoga, because of this Jupiter and Ketu combination, will work in your favor. It will get you in touch with some teacher or some guru who will have a relationship with the lineage or a parampara, who will have some traditional and deep-rooted knowledge, and you will get access to that traditional and deep-rooted knowledge. That knowledge can be in the area of astrology, healing, occult science, or in any other subject. But you will get access with good thoughts, and you will put in efforts also. Okay? What will happen when transiting Jupiter will move to Cancer? Very soon it is going to move to Cancer in October. At that time, transiting Jupiter, will there be a relationship between Jupiter and Ketu? Oh yes! There will be Rashi Drishti, mutual Rashi Drishti between both Jupiter and Ketu. Fantastic. On top of that, Jupiter will be exalted. What a fantastic parampara and lineage yoga is going to be activated for you. It had been activated when Jupiter was in Gemini, and it is going to be strengthened to a remarkable level when Jupiter is going to move to Cancer. Fantastic time, my friend. People with Ketu in Aquarius, fantastic time. You just cannot let go of this time, my friend. Because not only you can learn from the gurus some subject, and you can do or take this learning at a professional and practice level, because Jupiter from Aquarius, where Ketu is, taking that as a lagna, is your second lord of money, and also 11th lord. 2nd and 11th, the relevant houses for money and wealth, income. So not only you will learn with the blessings of Jupiter and Ketu, you will take this learning at a practice level, maybe the sidekick also, if not completely wholeheartedly, you will get some money out of it by practicing. But this will also create such remarkable interest in spirituality. Your travel will have spiritual inclinations. You will go to such places which will have some spiritual connotations. It is going to change your life. Very welcome time is coming your way, my friend. Be ready for that. Best wishes. If your Ketu is in Pisces sign in your natal horoscope, so then at the time when transiting Jupiter is in Gemini, as it currently is, so then Jupiter will be in the 4th house from your natal Ketu. While Ketu is very strong in Pisces, very, very strong, and Jupiter is in Uccha Abhilashi Rashi, because it gets exalted in Cancer, and in Gemini it is in Uccha Abhilashi Rashi. On top of that, Jupiter is in 4th house from your natal Ketu, like it is exalted, because Jupiter gets exalted in natural 4th house in Kalpurush chart. It's a very strong position per se for both Ketu and Jupiter? Is there a relationship between both? There is no Graha Drishti. Jupiter is not aspecting Pisces from Gemini. But there is a mutual Rashi Drishti between both Ketu and Jupiter. That's fabulous. What a fantastic parampara yoga, the lineage yoga is getting formed for you, my friend. And you cannot let this time go. Not only you would have got in touch with some guru teacher by now, because Jupiter has been in Gemini sign for a few months now. If not, you will definitely get in touch, because when Jupiter will go to Cancer very soon, it will come back to Gemini again. So you will get in touch with some guru, some teacher who will have a relationship or association with a lineage. So you will get some traditional and deep-rooted knowledge. The knowledge can be in varied subjects. And because in this case, we are looking at Ketu sign as a pivotal point, as a special ascendant. So from Pisces, Jupiter is your first lord and 10th lord. Sitting in the 4th house, Uchchabilashi, having mutual Rashi Drishti with your Ketu. You can go to the extent of taking your learning at a professional level. You will get success. You can start practicing astrology, practicing healing, practicing any occult science, or practicing any other subject in which you have gained knowledge through this Jupiter and Ketu parampara yoga. You need some teacher. Guidance is important in this case. If you have not yet attained knowledge, go for it. Such thoughts must be coming in your head for so long by now. And when Jupiter is going to move to Cancer very soon, for 50 days for now, Jupiter will be exalted. Jupiter will continue to have Graha Drishti on your natal Ketu, 9th house Graha Drishti. And as that's the pivotal point, with Jupiter being in 5th house from your natal Ketu, the 9th Drishti on your Lagna as Ketu, in special scenario, we are considering Ketu as your ascendant, special ascendant, such nice thoughts will come to your head. So the learning which you have gathered will not be misused. Rather, you will use those learnings for your spiritual enhancements also. And let me tell you, of all the signs, my friends, those of you who have Ketu in Pisces Rashi, in your natal horoscope, you know, Saturn is also in Pisces. That is going to take your spirituality to next level. Jupiter, Ketu and Saturn. And mark my words, my friend, February 26 and March 2026, these 2 months, you will not be the same person. You will not be the same person. Mark my words. Your mindset, your personality, your demeanor, your life is going to be changed forever. That kind of combination is going to happen to you. This parampara yoga, along with transiting Saturn in your Pisces sign, is going to make you a different person. By the time Jupiter will move away from Cancer, you will be not the same person. You will be a better person for sure. Best wishes. Jyotish fundamentals. So those of you who are not aware, I'm going to start this Jyotish fundamentals course from 1st of November. There will be weekly classes every Saturday evening, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. IST. Anybody from any location will find it comfortable to join the class. And it will be a 6 months long course. And there will be Q&A opportunities after every session. And there will be 4 dedicated Q&A webinars as well. On top of that, there will be course community in which you can ask questions related to the topic, of course. And because there will be a lot of interaction, lively environment, and it will be a traditional learning, deep-rooted learning. And this was the reason I got the opportunity to visit Puri to seek blessings from Sri Jagannath Swami, so that this course beginning must be auspicious with his blessings, so that the blessings can be imparted to everybody who is going to be part of this course. And everybody will get access to iOS and Android applications so that they can access the course content on the go, wherever you are. There'll be quizzes, there'll be a lot of evaluations also. It'll be an interesting experience, the true Jyotish experience in those 6 months. So those of you who like to stay connected with me, who like to learn Jyotish in the true and Vedic ways, in the parampara way, please join this course. Go to the description box of this video. You'll find the link to express your intent. You can get in touch with my office through WhatsApp number also. And just to highlight it to you, in case you choose to join the course, and if you enroll and make the payment by 15th of October, you can get 20% discount on the course fee. All right. So look forward for you to be a part of this course with me. All right. Okay. Let me put an end to this video. I'll see you soon in some other video. Till then, Om Namah Shivaya.